Alright, cellar dwellers, in this video I'm going to teach you what as professional magicians do when we get a brand new deck of cards and how we prepare them before we go out and even perform. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, me or David Blaine or Dynamo or Eric Anderson, we just, you know, we get a pack of cards, we just break them open and then start performing. That's not what we do. We have a secret way of preparing the cards before we go out and perform with them, and that's breaking the cards in. Now, it's important that you know how to break in a brand new deck of cards because you want the cards to be soft like butter. And what this does is it makes the manipulations, the maneuvers, the secret sleights and stuff easier to perform, especially card springs. You know, if they're well broken in, you're going to get a great card spring or the pass. The other thing it does is when you have a deck of cards that's not broken in and you're performing for your friends or whatever, when they get the cards, if they're brand new, they feel really stiff. And people notice that and they're like, gosh, these cards, I don't know what it is, but they just feel odd. And then when that happens, they immediately start to think, well, this has got to be a trick deck or something. Anyway, this is how you break in a deck of cards. Okay, so for this, what we're going to be using is a brand new pack of bicycle cards. These cards are just awesome. I highly recommend getting them. They're the best ones on the market. The first thing I do is I take my thumb, and what I like to do is just carefully push it in here and go around this little curve. Okay, there's a little cutout here for the box, and then push up carefully, okay, and break the seal. Okay, I like this here, and I just like, if you just try to tear them open, you risk tearing up the box, and it's going to look really raggedy, and you want them to look really nice. Your box, take care of it. Then what I do is I pull these tabs out. I fold this back. Next, what I do is I carefully tear off these tabs. I put one finger here, and I hold it down, and then I just tear off this tab. I put my thumb here, and I tear off this tab. And the reason I do that is because, you know, when I put cards in and stuff, I want them to be able to go into the box easily. I don't want those tabs to get in the way. Next, what I do is I take out the cards. I get rid of the box. I take the two advertising cards here, and I get rid of them. The jokers, I also set those aside, okay? And then basically what you have is you've got them in order. There's the hearts, there's the clubs, there's the diamonds, there's the spades. What I do is I cut right here in the middle. So what I have is I have 26 cards here and 26 cards here. And then what I do is I take one half and I put it face down, and the other I leave face up, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take these two piles, and what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle them together, okay? And we're going to shuffle them face up, face down, okay? Now these are brand new cards, so they're kind of hard to shuffle, okay? I didn't get a great shuffle there, but we're gonna work on that and break them in. I push them in, which is good, but what you want to do is you want to shuffle them, okay? And you want to get that bridge in, okay? Now when you first start, they're going to be so stiff. In the beginning, it's going to be hard to do the bridge. But, you know, keep working at it and you'll get better and better at it as they get more and more broken in, okay? Now, what you want to do, this about, I'd say 13 times, okay? Once you do that 13 times, you take the cards and you cut them in half again, roughly. Doesn't have to be exact. You turn over one pile, okay? And you shuffle those into the other pile again, okay? And you just keep doing this. You do this another 13 times. So now you're at 26. At that point, what you do is you want to take, again, half of them, turn them over, and again, you're going to shuffle them face up, face down, 13 times. And really what's happening is you're just mixing the cards up. They're still face up, face down, and the cards are just getting really well broken in. You're going to do this one last time, okay? You're going to turn over half the cards, okay? And keep shuffling them up like this, face up, face down. And what's going to happen is the cards are going to get really, they're going to start getting really flexible, and you're going to feel it. Once you do that, you want to take the cards and you want to take out all the face up cards, and you're going to separate them from the face down cards. I'm doing an up jog here, but what you can do is if it's easier for you, you can just deal them out onto the table. If that's easier for you, if you don't know how to do this, this is pretty easy. Push them up, and then what you do is you separate these, okay? I got one extra one here. Place it here. I turn these over. So now all the cards are facing the same direction. Now what you want to do is you want to take these cards and you want to just shuffle them like this, okay? Now, the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to shuffle them. Now that they're all the same order, you don't want to shuffle them face down, okay? Because if you keep doing that, the bridge is it's gonna bend the cards like this, and they're gonna have this, you know, this natural kind of convex bridge put in them, and you don't want that. So what you want to do is when they're all facing the same direction, you want to turn them face up, okay? And you want to shuffle like this, okay? Then what that's going to do, it's going to give them a natural kind of bevel here. So when you do your card springs, they're naturally kind of bent already for this direction. Also, if you're doing the pass, you want the cards beveled up like this, so when you do the pass, it's going to flow a lot easier. So basically what you do, again, you do this, I don't know, say 20, 30, 50 times, and what you're going to notice is the cards are getting really well broken in, okay? You can also start to do card springs now. I mean, these, I haven't broken these in yet, but you know, you can start doing that, and that's also going to help break them in. That's pretty much it. The other thing I want to say is this: if you cannot do, if you don't know if you can't shuffle in the hands and do the bridge, what you can do is this: you can always do a Pharaoh shuffle. I'm not going to do a perfect Pharaoh shuffle or teach you a perfect Pharaoh shuffle right now, but what you do is you basically break the cards here in half. You take one half over like this. You take your pinky and you put it here in the center. Okay, it's hanging off here about, I don't know, about half inch. You got two fingers here, okay, and you got one finger on top. These are kind of centered, okay. What you do is you take these cards, okay, you got two here, two fingers here at the base, you got your thumb here. I got my first finger here on the back, the face. I've got this little finger here. And what I do is I just take the corners here, okay, and I just gently push them. Just push them a little bit, like this, and they'll start kind of interweaving. Okay, I've got that pinky in there to kind of stop them from going. And then what you do is you push them in just a little bit, all right? I'd say about, I don't know, half an inch or 3/4 of an inch. And then what you want to do is you want to take the cards. You can still kind of hold them here. They'll kind of like hold their place there. If you have this finger here putting pressure on it. But basically what you want to do is you want to grab with your thumb and your second finger, hold here, let this hand loose, and what you can do is you can push here and get a nice bridge, okay? So you can do that. And you can incorporate that, you know, in the first, you know, when you first start doing this, you know, if you don't want to do the in the hands shuffle like I showed you, you can do this. This works really well. In fact, I kind of like this more because you get a really good bend on the cards. You can also use both. I mean, you can do this, you know, I don't know, you can do this like 50 times, 100 times, you know, 75 times or whatever. But what happens is basically you get the idea that this kind of shuffling exercise really starts to loosen the cards up. But that's really it. Alright, so I hope this has been helpful. If it has, be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Keep in mind, I get like hundreds of thousands of comments on YouTube per month, so it's hard for me to keep track of all those. But if you go to onlinemagicschool.com, and you can post me any questions or comments there, I reply to all my fans there, and that's where you can interact with me. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this. Hit the like button and the subscribe button if this has been helpful. I'll see you soon.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.